You were taught that charm means being nice, smoothing edges, making everyone comfortable. That is the first lie. Charm is not sugar. It is steel wrapped in velvet, a weaponized interface for power. Likability is a tactical asset. It bends rooms, unlocks resources, rearranges loyalties. The smile is the key, the boundary is the lock. When they turn together, doors open that force could only dent. Machiavelli would approve: appear humane, act decisive, keep the initiative. You are not here to be, so forget the cartoon villain and the desperate pleaser. Modern princes run warmth on a schedule. They calibrate presence, not popularity. They use aura to slow the room, signals to pre-sell credibility, frame to define meaning, reciprocity webs to compound allies, and access control to protect the throne. This is not manipulation. It is governance of attention. Attention is currency. Spend it like a sovereign. Here is the promise. 5 laws you can use today. We start with aura, the stillness that makes others measure themselves before they speak. Then signals, costs you actually pay, so respect arrives before the pitch. Then frame, questions and stories that make your goals feel inevitable. Then the favor bank, small, asymmetric gifts that return with interest. Finally, access, gates that keep mystique alive and resentment dead. The stakes are not polite. Without leverage, your talent waits outside while louder people eat. With charm as strategy, you convert rooms into engines. This is an identity upgrade, from nice to sovereign, from present to magnetic, from heard to obeyed. If that disturbs you, good. Discomfort is the toll at the border of power. Cross it and watch how doors behave when you stop knocking and start being expected. Stay calm, speak last, smile rarely, reward composure, withdraw early. Charm, timed and priced correctly, becomes silent authority others obey. Charm begins before the first syllable leaves your mouth. Presence sets the frame. Posture that wastes no motion, pacing that refuses the rush, eye contact that lands and releases on purpose. Your aura tells the room who is choosing whom. When others scramble to prove themselves, your stillness implies options. The human brain reads calm as competence and economy as status. You say less because you can afford to. That is why unreadability is protection and magnetism at once. Run the stillness protocol. Move slower than the environment by 1 notch. Let your shoulders drop, breathe low, speak a half step quieter than the loudest person, and delay reactions by a beat. The gap makes people fill the space with information, not you. Silence is pressure, pressure reveals. Keep your hands below the chest, eliminate fidget loops, and treat every turn of the head like a decision, not a flinch. Use the 3-beat gaze, give full attention, break eye contact briefly to the side, then return with a softer focus. It signals autonomy without hostility, present yet not captured. Add the name lock. Say their name once, early, then retire it. Overuse feels needy. Scarcity gives the name weight. They will feel seen without you auctioning approval. Status games thrive on instant validation. Starve them. When someone postures, do not contradict, do not applaud. Let their claim hang. Ask one clarifying question, then nod slowly and pivot to substance. Reward composure explicitly. I appreciate how clearly you put that, and ignore theatrics completely. The group learns your economy is the standard. Aura flips heuristics because pace is contagious. People mirror the most grounded nervous system in the room. If you hold the slow tempo, their speech shortens, their volume drops, and you become the metronome. This is the open loop. Aura is multiplied by signals you will add later. Discipline, results, scarcity. For now, master the first impression. Conserve movement, measure silence, ration smiles. A rare, cold smile is not cruelty. It is a calibrated release of warmth that means something. When warmth is scarce, it reads as signal, not spill. Practice arrival pauses. Count to 3 before speaking. and end interactions first. Leave them with a clean close, steady eye, single nod, slight smile, deliberate exit. Do not grin to buy safety. Let others earn your warmth. Speak last, summarize, assign next steps, depart first. Gravity grows where you ration visibility and motion. Perception is a market, and markets price what costs you. Signals buy credit before you speak, but only when they are expensive, paid in time, discipline, or foregone comfort. Start with scarcity that is real, not performed. Your calendar is a billboard. Make it costly to occupy. Fewer meetings, tighter windows, precise start and end times. Response latency is punctuation. Quick when stakes are high, unhurried when they are not. Standards complete the sentence. A decisive no proves mission over moment. That proof buys respect. Practice scarcity, hygiene. Decline invites that trade status for chaos. Publish office hours, route requests through one channel, triage without apology. Availability is not kindness, it is pricing. Overexposure devalues the magnetism you are building. People respect visible gates and fair rules. Your rhythm becomes their expectation. Layer aesthetic discipline as your user interface. Reduce friction. A trained body, clean lines, fitted clothing, polished shoes, restrained palate, unhurried grooming. Not luxury for luxury's sake. Legibility. You remove doubt before it forms. Speak with clean edges, short sentences, strong nouns, verbs that move. Punctuality is visual authority. It proves you manage time instead of begging it. Micro signals compound into macro reputation because consistency converts coincidence into character. Collect artifacts of mastery. Publish proof of work, case studies, shipped products, code, papers, performances. Curate endorsements, screenshots of thanks, succinct testimonials, names you can responsibly reference. Track records are magnets. They let social proof introduce you while you conserve words. Gamify it. Each quarter, ship one artifact that would persuade a stranger. Align cost with charm. Charm without cost reads manipulative, a glossy surface with no spine. Charm fused with paid signals becomes inevitability. Heuristics light up, scarcity, proof, consistency, and the room relaxes into trust. Your selective access creates FOMO. Your artifacts create safety. Your aesthetics remove doubts they cannot name. This is the curiosity loop that feeds your frame. The stricter the signals, the stronger the story they assume. Keep the ledger clean. Fewer yeses, faster follow-through, zero broken promises. Guard your name like an asset. Every tardy arrival and sloppy email is an invoice against your aura. When signals are costly and consistent, people pre-approve your competence and volunteer compliance. You do not push. Gravity does the pulling. That is how perception becomes capital before the first ask. Back it daily with small proofs, and the market prices you higher without negotiation. Consistency compounds into unquestioned authority in every room. Charm without frame is decoration without force. Frame is the right to define what things mean and in what order they matter. You don't seize it by volume, you seize it by questions, timing, and story. Start with the question stack: context, incentive, boundary. First, anchor the scene. What's the outcome you actually need here? Then, surface the win. If we solve that, what changes for you this quarter? Finally, place the edge. Here's what I won't do. Does that still get you what you want? The stack moves the room from noise to purpose, and from purpose to your terms. Questions claim altitude without aggression. When people push a problem at you, climb the reframe ladder. Step 1, name the presenting issue. Step 2, elevate to a principle. Step 3, change the game. The deadline is tight, becomes speed without standards is waste, becomes we choose a smaller scope that ships clean, not a larger mess that ships fast. Principles beat panic because they feel inevitable. You aren't dodging, You are deciding which world to live in. Plant story seeds that others repeat until your absence speaks. Short, portable markers. We trade scope, not quality. We ship proofs, not promises. We don't chase, we choose. Keep them rhythmic so they travel. Story makes your decisions feel like tradition, and tradition makes compliance feel natural. To neutralize combative frames, practice agree and elevate and time dilation. You might be right, and if so, here's the broader risk we'd accept. Slow the tempo, lengthen the horizon. Small fires look trivial at 10,000 feet. When a term is used as a weapon, freeze it. Define urgent. Precision deflates theater. When cornered into a binary, run the three offer game. Option A, their frame. Option B, their other frame. And option C, the third path designed by you that optimizes principle and payoff. People feel sovereign when they choose. Give them a better choice you control. End with narrative simplicity. One sentence that explains who you are and why you're inevitable. We build calm systems that outlast panic. We make complex things feel simple and profitable. Cognitive ease wins. Keep repeating the line until the room can repeat it for you. When your questions set the altitude, your principles set the map, and your story sets the weather, you stop living inside other people's narratives. They start living inside yours. Power scales through reciprocity architecture, not random kindness. Build a favor bank the way a banker builds reserves. Small, specific, asymmetric deposits that pay interest while you sleep. Asymmetric means it costs you little and helps them a lot. Warm introductions, a 2-minute teardown that saves them weeks, forwarding distribution to the right audience. Precision beats generosity theater. Promise less, deliver neatly, and record the deposit. Map your geometry. Patrons, peers, protégés. Patrons compress your path. They open rooms you cannot buy. Treat their time like rare metal. Send briefs, not essays. Bring 2 options and 1 recommendation. Report outcomes without being asked. Peers steal your standards. They keep you honest. Share playbooks, compare failures, compete in good faith. Protégés multiply your reach, teach them well, and they carry your methods farther than you could alone. Your reputation flows along these 3 rivers. Keep an IOU ledger. Track what you owe and what is owed to you, not to collect, but to keep the current clean. Follow-up cadence is signal. 1 check-in at 1 week, another at 1 month, then quarterly if there is still value. Close loops fast. When someone deposits into your bank, credit them publicly. Private gratitude compounds, but public gratitude recruits allies. Master the precision ask. 1 sentence, 1 action, 1 win for them. Could you introduce me to X? I'll send the draft note. It reflects well on both of us. Make saying yes feel like alignment, not charity. Give escape hatches that preserve dignity. If not, no worries. Any guidance on timing helps. Guard scarcity. Your patronage is limited by design. The line is part of the value. Invite few, deliver deeply. When you become reliable throughput, clean briefs in, finished outcomes out, people discover that helping you is the most efficient way to help themselves. You become a nexus, not by shouting, but by routing opportunity faster and fairer than anyone else. Reciprocity bias sets the flywheel, commitment keeps it spinning, and identity locks it in. This is what we do, this is who we are. A. Avoid parasites where games waste time. Set rate limits. First favor small, second favor measured, third favor only after they've deposited. Distinguish between takers, matchers, and givers. Invest in givers, structure with matchers, quarantine takers behind clear prices. When in doubt, move value first, then ask tiny, then escalate. That rhythm keeps the bank solvent. Protect the bank's principal relentlessly. Access is the price of your attention. If attention is currency, then boundary economics is your accounting system, scarce by design, allocated by rule, audited by results. Charm without gates turns sticky and cheap. With gates, it becomes sought after because people value what requires precision to obtain. Start with tiered access. Public is broadcast. Content, office hours, questions and answers windows. Limited is curated, small roundtables, vetted introductions, scheduled consults. Private is rare, mission-critical conversations and strategic planning. Private is by invitation after earned trust. State who qualifies and why the gate exists. Clear criteria turn rejection into respectful redirection. Set response windows so the market knows when you exist. I reply within 24 hours on workdays. Fridays are deep work. Weekends are off-grid. Predictability builds trust faster than speed. Pair it with invite design, a one-click form, a two-sentence brief, 3 time options, and the outcome you will decide. You are not evasive, you are legible. When you remove friction, you can afford to insist on standards. Practice withholding without ice, warm on arrival, firm on departure, greet with eye contact and presence, end on time without apology, say, "I'm going to land this here," and stand. You owe no backstory for your boundary. A clear boundary is ethical. It prevents hidden resentment. When people try to overflow the container, point back to the rules, not your mood. Standards are merciful because they are the same for everyone. Add reputation shields. Do not overexpose yourself. Let third-party proof introduce you. Published work, case studies, testimonials, recorded talks. When strangers can verify you without touching you, your calendar stays clean and your mystique remains intact. Rotate visibility. Appear, deliver, disappear. Let absence mature interest. Loss aversion does the rest. Missing the window teaches respect better than lectures. Design access like a sovereign city. Walls, gates, wards, and reliable patrols. Inside the walls, warmth. At the gates, criteria. The outcome is paradoxical and perfect. Fewer interactions, higher quality, less resentment, more regard. Mystery without coldness, authority without noise. Your time becomes a place others are grateful to enter and careful to keep. Field ops start with simple scripts. Opening lines. Quick context check. What would make this valuable for you today? Boundary statements. I land meetings on time so we can protect quality. Is there anything critical we haven't covered? Elegant. No. That's outside scope. Here's a cleaner path that still gets you the win. Graceful exit. I'm going to close here. Send the one-sentence summary and I'll reply during my window. Say it. End first. Avoid the common traps. Overcharm breeds distrust. Ration smiles and compliments so they read as signals, not sales. Don't fake scarcity. Enforce real response windows and gates. Don't wobble standards for popularity. People trust the rules that cost you. If you slip, declare the correction once and enforce it twice. Ethical guardrails keep leverage clean. No harm, no deceit, no extraction without exchange. Prefer win-win by design and price win solo high. Give credit by default, blame with evidence, and never trade reputation for applause. Your power should leave rooms calmer than you found them. Run the escalation ladder in order. Aura sets tempo, signals buy credibility. Frame assigns meaning, favors compound allies. Access protects energy. Alliance seals the treaty. If a rung fails, drop one step and repair before climbing again. Practice in tiny reps. One stillness beat, one cleaner sentence, one precise ask. Commit to the identity, disciplined generosity, immovable standards. Charm is not manipulation. It is governance of attention in service of mission. Wear steel under velvet. Walk slow, speak last, and let results introduce you.